What's up, everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Witcher. And last time, oh boy, we learned a whole lot. We figured out that after raiding a Salamander base, that Salamandra is scheming with some person that we've never heard of before, using some magic crystal-y thing. And on our way back, we saw that one of our old acquaintances, someone who maybe we weren't all that fond of in the past, is actually a werewolf. So, yeah. That's a thing.
You're different. How interesting.
I need an apprentice.
Yeah? You need an apprentice?
Welcome to my humble establishment.
As in, like, you need people to do work for you?
Can I help
Anything
you?
new? Let's quickly check for... I think we're probably going to be looking to sell valuable things fairly soon, because we are accumulating them at a rapid pace at this point. That would do what I wanted to do. Oh, because we don't have any room. Right. I knew that. Bash the bad stuff, then. Take the valuable stuff for selling purposes. And with that, we're gonna hope that we can stockpile a little more coins and maybe purchase some of the books that we've yet to purchase, or some meteorites or runes that we've seen other people offering. Might be some in town that we just haven't really done / found / purchased yet. We haven't spent much time trading in the trade corner, strangely enough. I mean, that still might have been a good place for us to kill some time in the middle of the night, because let me verify. I'm assuming that the next thing we need to do will probably require that we talk to some people, who are probably only available at day. Yes, so one of the primary things we need to do now is decide as to whether we are going to ask Siegfried and the Order, or Yavin and the Scoia'tael to help us with our fight against Salamandra. And, I mean, thus far, we have generally sided with Siegfried and the Order, mostly because I like Siegfried more than I like Yavin. And I think that remains true. I do think Yavin is a bit of a hypocrite. Complains about all the bad things about humans and then turns around and does them himself. Not to say that Siegfried or the Order are perfect. Siegfried is certainly a little bit on the pompous side as well. But he seems self-aware about it, to the extent that Yavin very much is not. Now, I hate the Reverend, who we haven't seen in a very long time, but that was actually the first person from, technically not the Order of the Flaming Rose, but from whatever Eternal Fire group. So, I mean, as to whether you want to... I mean, if we were basing our decision off of him, then I would say let's go with Yavin, but I do prefer Yavin to Reverend. Chris, we had a bunch of things we were supposed to talk to you about earlier, and it never seemed as though you were willing to do that. Namely this.
I spoke with Shani. She understood, but didn't take it too well.
I'm glad that's settled. Alvin needs someone who knows magic. Geralt, I wanted to talk to you about the future. About us.
Triss.
I'm not jealous. I'd just like to know where we are.
Can't this wait? I have this job. Clients getting impatient.
Please think about it, Geralt. We needn't talk. A symbolic gift would do. Say, a ring?
Couldn't you just read my mind?
I could. But I don't want to.
I don't know about that.
If you give me a ring...
Seems like you do that all the time,
as a
apparently,
pledge.
without me knowing.
If you don't, I'll try to understand. See you, Witcher.
Okay, so, basically, Triss wants us to propose to her. What?
Geralt, how's
What?
Alvin?
Wait,
Dandelion, do you always have to...
you came into our house at, like,
Something troubling
2
you?
a.m.
She's just...
when we were talking to Triss,
Let's go.
our
Can't
significant
talk
other.
about women on an empty stomach.
But
No
What the
buts.
heck is wrong with you, dude?
Zoltan and I agreed to have a drink today.
a mercenary dwarf...
It's 2 a.m..
and a wandering troubadour who knows all the loose women in town. I couldn't choose better advisors. Let's go.
Okay, what are we actually talking about? What is happening right now? Everyone wants to talk to us, take us different places. I'm very confused. Not have any say in the matter.
Hey, Zoltan.
Greetings, Dandelion. Geralt. Our monster slayer looks bitter. Something happened?
Nothing you need to know.
Geralt is experiencing cognitive dissonance, a rather unpleasant tension that accompanies the appearance of two conflicting cognitions.
Especially when
Be they
someone is
thoughts
standing
or
2
judgment.
inches from
You're
your
so
face.
full of shit, Dandelion.
Simply put, he cannot decide. I assume the dissonance relates to...
My dissonance is nothing to you.
That's where you're wrong, Geralt.
Um,
We're your only friends, and friends help each other.
Dandelion.
You'll see. We'll have a drink, and you'll know exactly
Dandelion.
what to do about Triss.
Somehow I don't think
I
so.
don't know where to
Ooh,
accuse Dandelion
the
or the
vodka's
cameraman
nicely
of this.
chilled. Gentlemen, cheers.
Damn all dissonances.
Okay, so apparently now we're getting drunk. Again, I have not touched the
Ooh,
mouse
delicious.
for about
Nothing
5
like a
minutes
good
at this
belt of
stage.
liquor.
Yeah, not bad. Incidentally, Zoltan, why are we drinking from tankards? I swear I saw glass in here.
Serious problems require serious solutions. Half measures get you nowhere.
I get it. Half measures for Dandelion, though. He yammers enough these days.
Will you stop whimpering like a spoiled lass and spit it out?
Triss is a fine woman,
But
but I'm a witcher. Killing monsters is my destiny.
Don't bullshit me about destiny, Geralt. I realized long ago that all those pathetic bits by Etlina and the like are the same crap and humbug as those dissonances.
You
What?
may be right, but honestly, do you see me as a cobbler or a farmer?
No. I guess I see your point.
Also,
Damn
we're
it, I
getting the
don't get it.
freezing
What's
camera
one
thing
got
that
to do
seems
with
to
the
happen
other?
when we get drunk for
no
whatever
one
reason.
said you'd have to stop slaying monsters, right?
She didn't say either way.
Let me explain, Dandelion. Just because a woman doesn't say it, doesn't mean she doesn't want it.
There we go, the camera's
In
back.
fact, they often say they want something when they really want the opposite.
I'll drink to that.
Oh dear. Toller's also just standing there in the background, eavesdropping on this entire conversation.
Oof.
Not sure I want him
Strong
listening in
enough
on
to
this.
make you cry. I'll tell you what's up with dames. You can theorize all you want, but you'll never figure out what's going on inside their heads. There's just no understanding women.
Highly original, Dandelion.
Sneer away, but you won't put me off. The problem is you don't know what you want.
And you don't know what you're talking about.
I've
Ooh.
never had a family, but I am a poet. I know something about people. Tell me this. Do you want a family or not?
Dandelion, it's not that simple.
Answer the question. You know what I mean. If it weren't for this mess, Scoia'tael, the Order, Salamandra...
I mean, we are incapable of having a child ourselves,
There's no point in speculating.
so there's no point in speculating.
Ha!
I
I
mean,
knew it.
There's
Don't get
adoption.
excited, Dandelion. I just have my doubts.
Only a fool has no doubt. Let's have another drink. I can't throw these damn hiccups.
That's a great way to get rid of the hiccups. Drink more.
I know. Let's go to a whorehouse. Make it your stag night.
Dandelion, we were talking about relationships in case you didn't notice.
Besides, they won't let me in. I'm a filthy non-human.
Only the weight of your purse counts at the house of the night. Besides, the madam owes me a favor. Come on, Geralt. Live a little.
Oh dear. I mean, I'd like to not go
I
there.
just don't feel like it.
I understand, Geralt. If Eudora found out, believe me, you don't want to get in the way of a mad dwarf woman.
I believe that.
Me too. Gentlemen, time to get this show on the road. The ideas are getting dumber by the minute.
There's a bit left at the bottom of the bottle. One for the road.
So be it. Cheers.
We're about to pass out, aren't we? Yeah. Back to Triss's house we go. Magically, we have found our way back here, and also magically it is 8 a.m. Oh dear. There are like 3 Alvins right now? At least 2. I think there's just 2. I take it back. And this is a terrible idea, trying to go up the stairs when we are this drunk. I'm sure Triss will be very happy to see us. Because, I mean, we were kind of in the middle of a conversation with her. Why is the floor tilted to the side? Chris? What's up? That's what dogs do?
Geralt, you reek. You've woken all the neighbors. What kind of role model are you?
Not a good one.
I'm out of here.
Okay, so she does react differently if you're drunk. Good to know. Okay, so about that, I mean, actually would have been useful if we had found a way to sleep off the night, at this point, the day, at the inn, because we can do that there, but for whatever reason, it doesn't seem as though we can do that at our own house, which seems very strange, but apparently is a thing. So maybe we can teleport somewhere else where we can rest? If it doesn't take us an eternity to get to the teleporter? So we'll see about that. Kalkstein's lab is what I'm thinking? Not even sure that's an option from here. Oh, we can. Okay. I think if Kalkstein is there, we are allowed to rest. He may not be, because he's sort of in the tower, possibly. But also, that is a terrifying sound effect. Also, do you have anything in that trunk that I ought to know about? Is it worth staggering over there? It better be. Ooh, trunk. Hello? More alcohol! Ooh. Import. Or do we need it right now? If it were strong stuff, then maybe, but, weak alcohol. Who needs it? I think we would be most likely to find Kalkstein upstairs anyway, but it does bring us closer to... I've already read it, but that is valuable. Oh, we can equip... Hold on. Technically be on the inventory screen, not on the looting screen. And that does allow us to... Come on. There we go. Equip those things, gives us room to take this. And, I mean... Sure we need the fish or the watermelon? What I would love if Kalkstein is here and would allow us to sleep. So that we can, you know, like, get on with our lives and not be a bumbling drunk. Hopefully. Maybe. Not sure I see him. Uh-oh. This plan may have backfired. As much as I would like to loot these things, it's on the way, right? We won't take the one over in the right corner there, because we will be here all day. I think this is going to be just a torch. Or flint. It kind of... I guess need might be a strong word, but we were capable of taking it. That's something, but I think we're headed straight for the inn and sleeping or finding a fire pit. Meditate that way, because this stupor is not wearing off anytime soon, I don't think. Not that I wanted to do it to begin with. I didn't want to drink. They made me do it. Very pleasant. You could drown in alcohol for all I care. Just gonna say that the way in which those words are overlapping at the moment is quite comical. No longer. This looks new, though. Didn't have this stand over here before, did you?
Oh, when will this rain stop?
But it may just be that, you know, we're seeing double of everything at the moment, and that is kind of throwing things off. Be the
They
blacksmith?
come at night, raping and killing.
I spit
Time
on
for
humans
revenge.
about principle.
Sacred dwarven tradition. An eye for an eye.
Yeah, that doesn't sound so good. Okay, to the inn.
Rather live among humans.
And, I hate to tell you, but we are not terribly close to it at the moment. I mean, may have still been faster than trying to make it back to the town in the trade quarter, but debatable. Debatable. And the quickest thing would be if Geralt magically decided that he was no longer so drunk that he needed to stumble. After a certain amount of time, your vision still remains shaky, but you can walk normally. You're clearly not there yet. With our luck, by the time we make it to the inn, we will have reached that point, though, because it'll be 5 hours from now. So, let's see. We were talking about if we wanted to side with Yavin or Siegfried in the Order. I do think I would prefer to side with Siegfried in the Order. Obviously, yes, they are
I detest this weather.
human supremacists / racists. But, I mean, ScoTel kind of are too. They're just the minority. Collective minority. Everyone's mean and hates one another, and we're all terrible people. Siegfried's just a little bit charming, whereas Yavin, I think, is just obnoxious. So, there you go. There's your answer. We're gonna side with Siegfried for that reason. Also, Siegfried actually helped us fight the cockatrice way back when we were imprisoned in the sewer and we needed the hand. But, Yavin really hasn't done much of anything for us. At least not as directly help as, or not directly as much help as, Siegfried gave us on that occasion when we were at a low, or, I mean, is that the lowest low we've had? Hard to say for a Witcher. But being imprisoned is pretty bad. Now, Carmen, we did, of course, learn about your significant other very recently. You tried to hide from us who your werewolf friend was, but we have learned. Now, will you actually speak to us when we are drunk like this?
Greetings. You've returned safely.
The Hierophant revealed the cure for lycanthropy, but I must know your beloved's name.
I'll
Already
not
asked you
betray my
about
man's
this.
identity. I'd rather he stay a werewolf.
Carmen, I already know that Vincent's the werewolf.
But we have this.
Please don't hurt him.
I'll try to help him. Listen carefully.
Yes?
Yeah. What's your real name? What? What does that have to do with this?
I spoke to the Hierophant
I mean, we
about your man's
already
affliction.
Oh.
said
Overnight,
this, but
Vincent should wear a shirt woven
Oh,
from
yes, we
fool's
did
parsley.
do that part,
The
though.
spell will be lifted.
That's what I'll do.
I mean, Vincent did say he doesn't want to be a human.
I brought the
But
parsley.
we do have the parsley leaves.
Weave a shirt for Vincent to lift the spell.
Thank you. I'll start immediately.
Okay.
Only
Anything
my
else?
man is important now.
Okay. I think we're just kind of waiting for you to... Oh, there we go. And like I was saying, we're still drunk, but we can now walk. And of course, right as we get to the inn is when we reach that threshold. Fantastic. Right when we don't... I mean, we still could use it. We don't need it as much
Damn
anymore.
it. Whatever you do, don't bet on the boxing. It's rigged. What do you want?
I would like to try to sleep this off, though.
Lawrence.
I think we may have also leveled up, so it would allow us to, hopefully, yeah, allocate some skill points too. Sure, let's go till noon on the assumption that that will be enough. Also, see, this is what I don't get. Sometimes we get the prompt to allocate skill points, sometimes we don't. Even though it told us that we had some. I don't really get that. Trying to sneak up behind me and attack me? You are technically a professional gambler that we are supposed to be able to go up against now.
How are things, Geralt?
Or maybe I'm mixing you up with someone else.
I'll find you later.
Oh, actually, no. I take that back. One of those grayed out options was to play you at dice.
Anyone play dice here?
I play professionally, I'd say.
Care for a game?
Sure, we'll see if there's truth to the rumors about you.
Oh.
Whatever.
Even now.
Here we go. This is actually lower stakes than... Who was it? One of the guards that we went up against? At least at the beginning, we did bet pretty heavily in that one. Snake Eyes, oh. Snake Eyes and the pair of threes, so... A couple of pairs, and... You just have a pair of twos, okay. Yeah, see, like, this would be somewhat aggressive here when we are only in the first round, so I'm only going to go for a 30 bet. Even that is a fair bit, because what happened in the previous one was we had a really strong hand the first time round. We got nothing there. We did win the first round, but then he won round 2 and round 3, and we lost a good sum of money. You just got a triple? You did just get a triple. Yeah. That's kinda what I mean. This is, yeah, we roll everything here. Just making sure we're not in the middle of a round there without realizing it, and that's not so great. Is that identical to what he got? It's very close. Both have a pair of snake eyes, and we have 6 high, and he has 4 high. That's, I think, how we actually ended up losing to that guy. Was in the last round, we lost to a tiebreaker in which he had the highest remaining piece after he was done with all of his matches, and we were done with all of our matches. So at the moment, we are tied, but we do have the tiebreaker. I mean, I'm not really so inclined to bet a lot on this at the moment, because this is a very fickle lead, and I'm probably going to re-roll this stuff anyway. So say goodbye to what advantage we had. Little as it may have been. Oh, okay, but pair of 6s. Much better. Will you get a triple, though? And yes, you will get quadruple, in fact. Okay, well, we have faced you as an expert. I think was really the primary thing we were supposed to do, so there was that. Did lose a little bit of money, but we controlled the damage a little bit more than we did that previous time when we went up against one of the guards, so I think that is a little more acceptable. This was a little more acceptable than that previous occasion. Now, speaking of being able to afford other things, though,
Sir,
we bought the big thing from you, the armor,
as you wish.
but the other thing that I was eyeing was you have this blue meteorite. Another one of these? They just grow on trees? It's excellent. Is that exactly what we have? Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, is it like a... As soon as you buy the next best one, he gets something even better every time, and it just keeps on going and going. Like, you'll never get my best. Siegfried may still be over here, in which case this would be potentially a good time to talk to him. It looks like he is. It's got the troops training up.
What's this?
I'm listening.
What happened to your eyes?
If you detest Salamandra, I have a proposition.
What is it?
I have powerful friends who can destroy that organization.
I don't know if I trust you.
Excuse me? But I fought on your behalf and helped you get promoted. You're in your position because of me.
Still manning your post?
Work hard, play hard. Any ideas on what to name my new unit?
Oh, we asked you about this before, I thought.
That's your job.
Yeah,
Indeed,
we did this.
I shouldn't saddle you with work.
And you came up with
I'm not
an
acquainted
okay
with
name.
monastic names.
I know. Iron Flame.
Cheesy,
Dazzling.
but
Iron
dazzling
Flame.
too.
It's decided.
Okay,
Bye.
so kind of expecting to be able to come to more
Enough of this.
conclusive.
Enough of this.
Siegfried, give me an important task. Huh? I was expecting more of a conclusive answer.
I'm listening.
You have other things?
Know anything about the cemetery?
Only
This?
the people truly fear to venture there, for ghouls abound. The cemetery cannot be inaccessible to the townsfolk.
Bye.
Okay, I didn't remember that he was the one that gave us one of those cemetery quests. Also, I'm pretty sure we just stood in between one of those guards and the sword that they were swinging at those dummies. This person, we were supposed to do something in the graveyard to help her out, but I don't think we've done that yet. Cemetery. Oh. Cutscene? Question mark? Loading screen? Never mind. So, I mean, you know what happened last time we were here. We met a good friend of ours. Right here. He's not here anymore. Which is a little disappointing. I do wonder...
No bites, only puncture wounds and cuts. Dagger marks.
That's weird. And I thought that that music was perhaps a sign that someone was about to sneak up and try to attack us. What quests do we have that are in here? I thought that we would see something when we spoke to him. Yes. Watermelon in a cemetery swamp that we don't have room to pick up. The best. I know there was a crypt down here. We saw briefly, but didn't really poke our head in entirely. I do wonder if maybe that has something to do with what he wants to do. Oh, hello. What are you guys doing here?
What do you seek here, Witcher?
Murderers.
Then visit the city. It's inhabited by a criminal race. We fight to survive. Humans only comprehend force, and thus will we talk to them.
I doubt you'll live long.
You threaten us, Dwan? But no, 6 ape people, including women and children, remain inside the crypt with the ghouls. Kill us, and you'll never reach them in time. Aid them, and we'll be free. Choose, mutant.
Oh, so, that's a bit of a quandary. I think I'd rather save the people. So admittedly, well, I mean, that's part of the... No, that's not what I meant to do. It was in game. I was assuming that we were probably going to have to pop a cat potion right now, which I thought we had started to... Yeah. Great. I want the other kind of sword out. But also, I know you're saying, like, we need to hurry and stuff, but probably there's time for looting, right? Oh, mangled corpses. Fantastic. That is a door that we can break through. That doesn't look good. So I'm hoping that this is the way to Siegfried's heart, is basically what I'm assuming. Hello, friends. I was kind of hoping to maybe look in the other direction to see if you had anyone else. Ooh, yes, you have ghouls hopping out of the ground, because that appears to be a thing that you do sometimes. Okay, this does not appear to be the location that actually has the people that we care about. But I'm not sure if we are truly on a timer, as that other guy would seem to have suggested, or if that is not the case. And we just need to generally clear this place out, and by doing one, we are preventing ourselves from doing the other. Okay, I'll switch to group stance. No, I probably should have done this long ago. We were doing heavy and quick stance even when we were fighting a whole bunch of the other salamander dudes. Ow, don't do that. Now I think it's only you. We'll go to heavy. Deals so much more damage when we do heavy stance. Okay. Still don't think we've learned what skinnable items really means. It's probably my mistake. Probably just me being silly. That was weird. Okay. Moving on. Don't really know which way we're supposed to be going. Yes, down or right here? I don't know. There are a lot of mangled corpses all over the place. This looks like it may be a dead end, though. Maybe not. I take that back. Don't have any room. Any of that stuff. Could potentially eat some of the foods that we have. I was originally thinking this was going to be a time when we would just quickly sell some stuff that we had. And, make some quick coin off of that. If we find anything particularly valuable, we're gonna be in a good place to pick it up. I think we potentially do drop some food for that very reason. We do have enough inventory space in our potion slot for one more thing. Take that, at least. But, things are not looking particularly good. Around here, hello, friends. Hearing the combat music, and yet you don't seem to be wanting to fight me. And if you want to just, like, chill over there, that's cool, too. See if any of them change their mind later and decide to sneak up on me when I least expect it, because I'm looting this barrel. Think we really need either of those things? Okay. Back to actually fighting you. Huh? Still no? Oh dear. Okay, I think I found the spot. Love it if you would continue to line up the way that you are right now. Like, apparently do not have enough endurance for that? We did, though. Again, I'm using heavy stance right now, which is technically not what I'm supposed to do. But I do like how, oh, at least until a moment ago, we had only a portion of the enemies actually attacking us. Wow, that was cool. Okay, that's a new animation for the one-hit KO. And potentially even more dramatic? I don't know. There we go.
You saved us from certain death. Thank you. The elves left us to the monster's mercy.
I'm afraid your friends are dead.
We heard terrible screams down those corridors. The monsters must have...
I've killed most of them. The passage should be clear. Get out of here.
I mean,
thanks be
hopefully,
to Menatelli,
but
and may you be blessed.
We have not cleared out this full dungeon by any stretch. Imagination. But yes, we do speak to Siegfried after this. So I would hope that that means that this is what he was looking for us to do. I mean, am I still a little offended that he said he didn't trust us? Yes. Something over there. Skeleton? What the heck? Okay. A little weird. I hope that's actually a ham sandwich. And not just you saying that it's a ham sandwich when we both know that it really isn't. Do you have any more food that we could eat? Alcohol we could drink. Let's drop the week out. Come on. Okay. And yes, I do assume there are probably more people here. This is... We checked this out, right? Yeah, this was the cool mini area with some bad stuff in it. not so meaningful. That's where we came in. We're side areas. Went there. I don't think we've been here yet. Somehow it's telling us we explored a new area. Guessing that is true. I'm guessing there will be people popping out of the ground very soon. Seems to be what happens whenever we walk into one of these such rooms. Sarcophagus is, you know, sure that's perfectly safe to loot this. Whoa! Red meteorite, awesome. Runestone, temporarily infused blades with magic increases chance of hitting opponents and damage inflicted by 40%. Increases chance critical by 5%. So like this would be basically exactly the scenario that I was describing before, where I would very much like to make sure that we can take these things, but we at present do not have room to do so. So drop the food, drop the milk, take that. Anyone was a interesting place for that cheese to drop. Oh, flutter? Sounds like a flutter sound. Yes, because it is. Yeah, you can't stop us though. Oh, that was bad timing on that. Might mean we're in for some more flutters. Still got it. Get in on us. That is the last one we needed. Stone urn. I'm curious if that's any different from the other things we've seen here, but I would think there's probably more flutters, like namely one over here. Symmetry, right? Didn't hear it. It's just bottled water. That's fine. Again, sword drawn, ideally. Might have some of that already. We do, apparently. Otherwise, we would not have been able to pick that up. Okay. Now we will continue onward, I think. It appears as though there are some pretty significant valuables down here. This looks like a dead end. It is, and is theoretically the last room in here. Yup. Okay, yup. Gonna say that probably meant that we were in for a pretty nasty encounter here. Did get the one-hit KO animation on that flutter, although we just missed it on this guy. We didn't have the endurance for it. Although the timing would have been correct, I think. It's just one at a time, though. I think we're good, though. There we go. As long as you don't have additional friends, which, quite frankly, you may. This better be, ooh, worth, whoa! Who spat? We have some other weak alcohol to dispose of. I think that is the last thing we have in here. Okay, okay. Keep an eye out, no, keep that sword out. Keep an eye out for additional flutters. Seems like those are the enemy that we should be expecting to face. But I think we are more or less done here. And that Siegfried will be happy. Maybe we've earned his trust. Would have thought we'd already have done that, but apparently we still needed to. And oh, here's here. No. Easily enough. You are pretty tanky. I guess that shouldn't be coming as a very big surprise, but there we go. None of that stuff should be new. And then we will... Oh, that was a ghoul. I was expecting a flutter. It sounded like a flutter. I'm gonna mess with my brain if everybody makes that same type of sound of some flight monster landing next to us. Kinda sort of sounds like that. Assuming that's what it's supposed to be. Alright. Oh, Siegfried? Are you proud of me yet? Please? Just tell me you are, even if you don't really think it.
I'm listening.
I dealt with the cemetery issue, but...
What happened?
Besides the talking ghoul, the Scoia'tael played a role, robbing graves and slaying anyone in their path.
A talking ghoul? Perhaps you've taken one elixir too many. Be serious now.
I saved the humans thrown to the ghouls, but the murderers fled.
Eternal fire, like a true knight. Fret not, my units will catch the murderers.
I don't understand.
You saved innocence. No greater good could you have done. You deserve a bonus. I'm proud of you.
Oh, he even said it!
Onward, knightly brethren!
Figured out the disappearances and Siegfried was happy with my choice. Nice. I wonder if he would have scolded us if we had chosen to fight the elves instead. Can we go in here? Yavin is robbing a bank? Okay. I didn't think that Yavin was specifically one of those guys there. In that group of elves. Oh, hello? Oh, is this the person that we saved earlier?
The bank's been robbed.
Oh,
Master
no.
Bellerad said we should fetch a witcher.
What's going on?
Except this is Yavin.
Hey, Master Geralt.
Where are you? There you are. Vivaldi's bank, as in Vivaldi's house here, or all the way in the trade quarter? Come on, come on. Supposedly we're in a hurry. Okay, come on. Going through the hospital? No shortcut? Where are you going? Use your words, child. Stop running back and forth. Also, one moment while I pick a plant. Yep, I'm still here. You can keep running. Please do. Yep, keep going. Keep going. You were saying something about some elves robbing a bank. Potentially the person who I just let escape, although it didn't seem as though he was with that group of people. Although I did just kind of choose to side with the Order, I think, instead of siding with the elves, sort of, kind of. Did I just go ahead of you a little bit, hoping that doesn't make you angry and not direct me toward the bank, although if we are knowing that we're supposed to head to the bank, then that's doable. What? I think we beat him in. That may have messed him up. I'm hoping that that doesn't matter. I'm going to mark the bank here, wherever it is. And I'm hoping that that will be sufficient. That we don't actually need him following behind us. But we're about to find out. It's like partially this way, partially the other way. I think it's here, then take a right.
We're in for a deluge. I detest.
Maybe? Sort of. No. Can we go this way? Kinda, sorta?
I refuse to be soaked like a duck.
Perfect. A witcher completes this.
I think we're getting there. Sorta. We turn here. And I mean, well, they've been robbing the bank for quite some time at this point. Do we do anything in preparation of what I assume will be quite a fight? Oh, maybe, maybe not. Hold on. One of these doors is technically to the bank, one of these doors is technically to the town hall.
Stay back.
Which one is which? Oh.
We need help. The bank's being robbed.
Strange. I wouldn't think Siegfried would let an opportunity like this slip by.
We need help. Armed robbers have occupied the bank. They've taken hostages.
Ew. Why can't I help and then also hope that Siegfried comes along? Because I'm assuming, well, we did just tell Siegfried to go chase after those other elves, so if we are waiting for Siegfried, I'm guessing that he's going to take too long, the elves are going to get away, and it's not going to be effective, so I think we do this ourselves, but I really wish we weren't saying, like, I don't need Siegfried.
I'll help, but I work alone.
I wouldn't advise a frontal assault.
Velrad, hurry.
Perhaps you can enter through the warehouse connection.
Warehouse?
A pedestrian overpass links it to the town hall. It's unused, but I have a key.
Unused?
Okay.
The women who work at the town hall speak of ghosts.
Oh.
Give me the key.
Does that mean we're gonna run into ghosts on our way over? So you're saying enter the bank through the warehouse. Now, bail me out here for a second. There's the warehouse adjacent to the bank. Thank you for being so specific. Now, if only I could find said warehouse adjacent to the bank. It is right there. Okay. Are we gonna run into those ghosts? Is it just going to be a... yup! I mean, you're technically a vampire, but same thing, right? That's not really the timing that we were looking for on that attack. Kinda just threw it in there for good measure. Are dead, but there are more of you. Our timing was very synchronous there. Synchronous? Synchronized? It's gonna be more, right? Yep. Where'd you go? You showed up behind me. I walked right there. Mere moments ago, and yet you didn't show up. I'm a little confused. That's why you started showing up once I walked past you. Or at least where you were going to be. Also, the camera angle is not ideal. But apparently you died. What exactly? I'm not 100% sure. It might just be, quite frankly, that it's timed. After a certain amount of time, they start showing up. Hello, Litchi Letter. You did manage to stun me. Oh, yeah, this is not looking as good anymore. You do heal when you attack me like this. Also, yeah, this is just a terrible place to stand at the moment. Oh, there's 3 of you? Are you serious? Also, Geralt, you gotta attack, dude. I really hate that. When you use your stunning attack, one of the signs, and then immediately afterward, you're supposed to follow up with a deadly one-hit KO attack, and yet you get some kind of glitchy stuff where for some reason Geralt refuses to swing his sword. We're in trouble now. Oh, and there's another one here. We are in pretty serious trouble, in fact. We could have finished off one of those guys very quickly, not for that. Oh, hold on. Do we have one of the potions that damages enemies that try to drink our blood? Because that would be really convenient. In opponents visible, that doesn't help us here. We mostly just have something that immediately restores lost vitality, and I think we need that right about now. And they're both going to attack me. I think we need to switch to group stance. Except you're gonna stun me and suck my blood, and this is probably not going to end well. Probably should have been using group stance to begin with here. This is really hurting. Yeah, also, like, trying to jump away and then not actually jumping away is also something that I feel like, you know, we're doing the right thing, but the game is not acknowledging that, which is really frustrating. It's like you're supposed to use the stunning attack with the sign, and then immediately follow up to deal a bunch of damage. You're supposed to be able to use those flips and other dodging maneuvers to not take damage, to actually maneuver yourself out of these scenarios in which you're surrounded like this. And on both occasions, we did those things the way you're supposed to do them, and yet they did not work. And sure, maybe some of that is, well, you know, the timing was such that it wasn't exactly the way you were supposed to do it. But that just seems like that is not the way that should go. So that frustrates me, because I feel like we did not really make so much of a major mistake there, as much as the game was just like, oh yeah, well this time we felt like it wasn't going to work, because it's kind of just rolling the dice every time you do that. Sometimes it works the way it's supposed to, sometimes it doesn't. And there doesn't seem to be a clear reason why or why not. And with that, I mean, I think this is probably a good place for us to wrap up. I'm not sure where this is going to dump us off when we're done here, because I don't know when we last saved. But some pretty major things happening here. And it seems as though we're starting to understand, starting to realize the consequences of having supported some people, and how that very much means that other people now are able to do the things that, well, the not-so-nice things that we maybe would have been able to avoid had we been able to be a little more involved on their half of the equation. But with that, hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time.